Hey guys, Apoc here, and today I'm bringing you a minor Lumberjack control deck. With the upcoming nerfs to Royal Giant and Elite Barbs, you may be looking for a new deck, and this one is getting a Lumberjack buff. He is good in many ways that Elite Barbs were good at, crushing hogs, tanks, and ranged DPS when they cross the river, but what makes him different is he's actually very good versus graveyard poison decks, and he kills the skeletons quickly with his 0.7 hit speed, and he survives the poison to go on a counterattack. So in this deck we see that we're starting off with Skeletons, Electro Wizard, and Log. In my opinion, those are currently the three strongest cards in the game. Log and Electro Wizard are just so versatile. After that, we're going to have Furnace and Miner, which are going to provide most of our chip damage. And then we also have Goblin Gang and Lumberjack, obviously to make strong counterattacks, with the Miner tanking for them. And Miner actually does a surprising amount of damage underneath the rage of the Lumberjack. So let's get into a few games. We're going to show a game versus a Lava Hound deck, a Three Musketeer deck, and then also versus BenTimm1's Hog Cycle deck that we faced all these in Grand Challenges. So let's get started. So we have a good opening hand here in that we have Furnace. That's pretty much always the play we want to lead with if we get it. So he makes an interesting choice here and starts with a balloon at the river, going for my Furnace. So we're actually going to defend that right away with both our towers plus the Electro Wiz to stop him, and only the Death Bomb damage hits the Furnace. So we keep the Furnace up, although his Tombstone now handles it pretty well. And we just trade arrows for our Goblin Gang. So what we're going to do here is we're going to Miner, poison the rest of the Tombstone, and we get some extra chip damage. And we kill an Electro Wizard on top of getting the last Fire Spirit on the tower. Okay, so now we see the real start to his deck. We got a Lava Hound in the back. So we'll start with chipping it down with our Fire Spirits. Okay, so this is a bit risky. He did have lightning there, which could have been rough. It does wind up being rough. But with that said, he didn't have enough elixir to defend plus everything. So our Lumberjack plus our Miner got to the tower, and we wound up ahead of that on the counterattack. So we'll just use our Furnace to finish off that skeleton army. So he's going to use his Tombstone to stop our Furnace. You'll want to place your Tombstone earlier than that so that the Fire Spirits don't hit your Tombstone. If the Fire Spirits hit your Tombstone, it just kind of ends it. So tower's getting pretty low now. He sends an Electro Wizard. Lumberjack will pretty much just execute it at the river. So we got a couple more hits in, and that puts it into poison range. So now we just have to defend. So we got 2 Furnace. There goes all of our defense. And we wind up losing our tower as well. So now we're playing 1-to-1 in double elixir, and that's not easy versus Hound decks. But we're pretty much even. He's got a Hound, I got my Furnace. So we go for a push, make him defend. And then we can poison down his Goblin Gang. So we're going to Electro Wiz all the way at the bridge to keep it away from our Furnace. So he was only able to hit our Electro Wizard there. So he is able to get a balloon hit off. And the balloon death damage winds up taking out our Spear Goblins. So he does have a big lead right now, so we're going to have to make a big comeback. So we're going for a minor poison. And we're getting great value out of the poison, hitting the tombstone, hitting the goblin gang, getting our goblin gang on the tower, and that puts us back in the lead. Now we have double furnace going up. And we're going for the big push. Lumberjack didn't make it to the tower, but he did get the rage on. 4 fire spirits hit the hound, and then we start our poison. And as we see, our fire spirits really just took down that balloon. Poison still taking down the pups. All in all, that was a great trade. Okay, so now we reset tombstone versus furnace. Back with minor poison. And we start the chip. And he got delayed, I guess not sure what to do. He didn't really have anything left to defend. Arrows and balloon and lava hound aren't going to defend very well there. So he kind of got caught out of rotation. And that's a nice 2-1 win versus Cody. Okay, so let's go into the next game. So let's face this 3 Musketeer deck. I think 3 Musketeers is very well positioned in this metagame. And his deck is another deck that's pretty good currently. So we wind up going gang versus gang. His on defense wins. We can just use skeletons to stop his, but we chose the Electro Wizard because he was pumping and we wanted to try to get some damage on, and we were. Okay, so we're a little behind because he has the pump, but we do have our furnace. But we do gain some of that back here because we get a nice value poison hitting 2 Musketeers and the pump. I don't like putting the pump in that position when I play 3 Musketeers. I prefer to put it in the back. So this was a pretty nice defense. We're able to stop the barbarians, stop the Musketeer, and Lumberjack is just going to town, axe at everybody. So we are a little behind in defense now. But as you see, those raged fire spirits, even one of them can just make the tower. So I'm going to make use of our rage, get an extra hit, plus save the fire spirits. And with that, now we're basically tied. We have the furnace down and he doesn't have anything down. Okay, so he pumps up again. That's on the other side. So I'm not just going to poison it for nothing. So I play this over here to hopefully bait something out, but he just zaps. I was looking to be able to hopefully get a value poison. Let's drop a second furnace in the back. Okay, so we still can get our value poison. We'll hit both Musketeers plus the pump. Then we'll log it to knock them down. So that's a pretty good trade. That's 6 for 6 plus the pump. So Lumberjack is doing a lot of work here. We'll gang in the middle to stop them, as well as it distracts the Musketeer. And a Raged Electro Wizard takes it down. So this time we're only going to poison one of them, but it will take it down with the help of that Fire Spirit. So we're going to use Lumberjack on these Musketeers. As we see, Lumberjack just chops them down once again. Log the gang all the way down to 500 on one side. We are a bit behind right now in Elixir, with a big push coming down on us. And he's got a miner on the tower, so we'll use Lumberjack to get him off. Okay, so he just did quite a bit of damage, more than we would have liked. So we got a poison down. We'll kill his gang. And our Lumberjack is just going to town over there, all the way down to 62. And a Raged Miner for the last chop. So that was a good game. So let's do one more. We faced the YouTuber BenTimm1. I've watched quite a bit of his videos. But we just got lucky enough to face him in our grand challenge. Oops. Let's get going. So he's playing the Hog Goblin deck. I would say this is a pretty good matchup. I faced this several times in the challenge. That should have been reversed in how that was done. The Goblin Gang should have been for his barrel, and the Lumberjack should have been for the Hog. This way would have prevented some of the damage on the barrel. So you can use goblins to stop a partial Goblin Gang, not all of it. So he poisons my furnace. That takes most of it down, and he's got a nice little lead right now. So we get a very valuable poison right there, as he did not hit all of our Goblin Gang and took down tons of damage on that. So we get a nice value log hitting the Hog plus the barrel. As we see, if that was a if that was a mini P.E.K.K.A, it wouldn't have been able to chop down only like one goblin, but instead we took down all the stab goblins with him, even on his side of the map. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good push with that furnace, as it got one chip on that fire spirit, meaning we didn't get a hit. So we got about a 500 point lead here. We'll look to extend that, and that puts it into poison range. As I was full and just leaking and didn't have anything good to play into a furnace, into an Inferno Tower, I just played it. Okay, so he goes with a massive push here, and he gets good damage on us. So you can, a non-full health Electro Wizard, you can stop with skeletons for a nice trade. Log the barrel for a +1. We're going to start working on the other side because he can just spell us out over on that side. And there it is. Okay. So we are a good amount ahead. 700 plus a furnace. So we miner in the back. We use our skeletons to tank the Inferno Tower, as well as chip it down, get it out of our way. And he goes for a big push, and we got a big defense and big just cluster army right there, but it wound up going well. We didn't take really any damage. Now we have another furnace down, which he has to poison because otherwise his Hog will never get through. So he does a good Electro Wizard placement just outside the poison. So we use our gang to block the barrel, and those leftover fire spirits take down the rest of his Goblin Gang. Okay. So our Lumberjack will chop down that Inferno Tower. And we pre-planted those skeletons, plus a furnace. Fire Spirit took out the rest of that skeleton army. So he hogs in the back. I was leaking elixir. I didn't want to do anything else. So I need to get those poisons down. We miscalculated our lumberjack with the goblin barrel, but we were still able to survive it. Okay, so now we're going to have a raged miner, getting some damage on, getting the rest of that chip. Now we just have to cycle back. Nope, poison was enough. Got that last hit in. And so that was another good game versus BenTimm. Okay, so thank you guys for watching today. So I also just wanted to announce that we are going to be having our first giveaway this weekend. Right here, we got a $50 Google Play gift card that we're going to be giving away. So if you want a chance to win, all you have to do is comment and share the videos that I post this week. This will be the first one, and the last one will be on Saturday, and then we'll give it out next Monday. So each comment that you have will give you an extra chance to win. Okay, each comment you have on each video, so 1 comment per video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.